I hope you're okay. My name's Amy for them that don't know me, and today I'm going to share with you a little bit about me and my weight loss journey. I've also got something really exciting to share with you at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that as well. So yeah, this is me as a little girl. I was happy. I had a brilliant childhood. I was loved very much. I couldn't have asked for anything more. I was very fortunate. As I got older, I was about 10 years old when I started to notice that I was developing quicker than any of the other children that seemed to be in my class, or most of the children anyway. I felt bigger than other children, and I was aware of that, but it didn't really bother me. I was 10, I was still quite happy. And then I went to big school and I got through year 7 and year 8 was okay. But I was always very much aware that I developed sooner than the other children. And it soon became aware that the other children was bringing that to my attention as well. When the bullies started telling me that I was fat and you've only got boobs because you're fat, and all them horrible comments that, you know, stick in your head, they hurt. They really hurt when you're a child and when you're younger. That's when I began to feel insecure about the way I looked and wanted to cover up. I didn't want to wear shorts. I definitely wouldn't have got my stomach out. My friends would all be going to sort of like the Lido, the swimming pool, and I would think of every excuse in the world not to go because I'd have to wear a swimming costume. And yeah, I genuinely became quite aware about, I'd say, 12, 13. I realised that my biggest problem was that I had started to compare myself to other people, and they was the bullies that was confirming that the thoughts that was going on in my head was obviously true. I look at pictures of myself now when I was at school and I'm like, you was fine, there was nothing wrong with you. But that's when it stemmed. That's when I started to have sort of an issue when it comes to my weight. I didn't know what to do about it. I was what I was, and that was it. But I was aware that I didn't feel confident and happy about the way that I looked. I always knew when I finished school I was going to go on to be a hair and beauty therapist. I wanted to be able to do my hair, my makeup, and make other people look pretty and feel good about themselves. So I left college and I went on to do that. So for the last 22 years, I've been a hair and beauty therapist. And then I had my daughter at 24. I was pregnant with my daughter. This wonderful little baby arrived. And she's like, what's all the drama about? Why are you bothered about your weight? I think you look great. She didn't care. But that for me was when things got bad for me. I was already insecure about my weight, and carrying my child, I was eating for 2. I'm not going to lie. I really was eating for 2. I made sure that I had whatever I wanted to eat, and I was pregnant. I could get away with it. It was no excuse. I'm pregnant. I'm eating for 2. So that was when the weight started to really pile on, as well as there being a baby inside me. This is when I started to feel not good about myself when I looked in the mirror. I was scared that after having my child that I was going to always be a bigger person. And then somebody confirmed to me, and their exact words were so wrong, but their exact words were, now you're a mum and you're fat and no one's going to ever want you. Yeah, and them words, they stuck here. They really, really did stick there. And I thought, I'm going to make the best out of this situation. When my child's born, I am going to be the most healthiest I've ever been in my life, because I want to be an amazing mum. I want to be able to run after my child. I want to be able to swing on a swing. I want to be able to do these things. So I'm going to take control when the baby is born. So once little Scarlett came along, kicking and screaming into the world, and this picture was taken, that was when I knew things needed to be changed. I stood on the scales and I weighed 15 stone. Now obviously I'd only just given birth to a baby, so some of that and all of is involved in all of that too. I'd always weighed sort of about 11, 12 stone. Not that that is an issue because everybody weighs different. So it is not down on the like stones and pounds that I'm giving you that means you're big, you're small, this, that and the other. This was me. This is me and how I felt about myself. So when I stood on the scales and it said that I weighed 15 stone, I knew that I needed to do something about it to change. And I didn't want my child to look at me and know how insecure I felt inside. I wanted her to be confident. I wanted her to feel good about herself. And if she knew that I didn't, then that was going to play a big part in her growing up. So I decided to start eating fruit for breakfast and being healthy. Cut out all the rubbish. I stopped eating chocolate and crisps and wine and all the things that I enjoyed, all those yummy foods. I just stopped and I started to eat my fruit for my breakfast and eat healthy meals at meal times and stop snacking. At first, I remember it being so hard. I remember feeling starving all the time and just drinking water. Now, I didn't have much money. I was a new mum. So I couldn't afford to buy all these like fancy meals that you can have and stuff. So I was just trying to, you know, cut out the rubbish and be careful about what I was eating. I remember somebody saying to me, that is a complete waste of time. There's no way you're going to stick to that. Again, there's another little seed planted in here. I'm going to prove you wrong. I am going to stick to this. I am going to do it. And I'm going to do it for me. And I'm going to do it for my little girl. So I carried on this path of just eating healthy. And that's all I could do. I couldn't afford the gym. I couldn't afford to do any of those things. Year sort of on after having my little girl, I did start going to the gym. I joined a gym and I was exercising 3 to 4 times a week, and I was training really, really hard. I was putting as much effort into what I was doing as I could. I knew nothing about exercise. I hated PE at school. I always had a sick note for PE so I didn't have to take part. So like going to the gym, like there's all this equipment here, but yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. So I got myself on the treadmill and I ran. And that's when I learned to run. I just kept running. And I was losing weight and I was feeling good about myself. For the first time in my whole life, I was the most healthiest, fittest I'd ever been. And I was proud of myself that I'd achieved this. I'd made so many negative things that had been said about me growing up, and whilst I was on this like weight loss journey telling me that I would have failed, that I'd achieved something. So I was really fortunate to then get into modelling. I went to London, did some modelling, did lots of different pieces of work. Here's some pictures of me feeling good about myself, and this it was proving something to me that I could do it, and I achieved it. So I started to do wedding shows, and I did grid girl work, I did ring girl work. I then started doing promotional events and hosting in nightclubs. I got to work with celebrities. I did catwalks, I did things for catalogues, calendars. I just had a blast. For 4 years, I had the best time ever. And I met so many people, some amazing networks, and I felt good about myself, but I knew this wasn't permanent. My dream was always to make other people feel good about themselves. That's why I wanted to get the hair and beauty industry. But whilst working in the hair and beauty industry, I realised that people's problems and insecurities don't just stem from what's on the outside. They're a lot deeper. They're from what's on the inside. So I really desperately wanted to get into the industry and be able to make other people feel how I felt. Whilst I was at the gym, I made a really, really good friend called Lou, and she told me that you can do this. She gave me that encouragement and support to say, you can do this. So I started working for a gym. If it wasn't for the support of my mum, then I would have not been able to have done this, because she helped me financially. I had to work on an apprenticeship for £5 an hour, which really wasn't very much as a mum, and put this work into my course for 12 months, going to Birmingham and Potters Bar, Droitwich, just all over the place to be able to do all these assessments and courses. And I got myself a full fitness diploma, health and nutrition, specialising in diabetes, different other things that we can cover, classes, all stuff like that. So I was buzzing, and I got into the industry and loved it, and still love it to this day. And helping other people get their results and know that you can feel good inside and out. You just got to know how to do it and then maintain it. So for over 10 years now, I've been maintaining my weight loss, and I managed to lose in total from start over 5 stone in weight, and yeah, feel amazing. So I want to help other people do that too. And I know that most people I want to work with are mums and women, because that's what I specialise in. I can relate and understand to this niche of the market. So I decided that I wanted to take it online, which is what I'm doing now. Now with COVID, it's, you know, things were a lot more difficult for people to like attend classes, go to the gym and have, you know, that support what we would normally give you in the gym. So I've done an online program that lasts for 4 weeks. This gives you help on a personalised program, your health and nutrition, and lots and lots and lots of other bits and bobs in there throughout that 4-week program that will get you started, give you the insight knowledge and the best information you can get to get yourself your results. From after you've completed that 4-week program, we have the maintenance program, which means that you can stay with me with your personalised programs, your live classes that you get to attend once every week, and get involved in all of this. So my next launch date for the new year will be on the 4-week program, the first one of the year. So if you want to get involved in that, it's cost effective, it is a promise, and I will make it so that you enjoy it and that you're going to get them results that you desperately want. So give me a message, drop me a comment below, I'll get in touch with you, we can have a chat, see if the program's for you, tell you a little bit more about it, and it would be really great to get you involved. Here is a few comments from the last program we've just done. Worked with these ladies for the last 4 weeks, and they've been enjoying their program online. So I'm hoping that you would want to get involved and take part in that and see what it's about. So yeah, here's my journey, here's my story. And I've been in the fitness industry now for just over 10 years. So just over 10 years experience. I want to teach you what I know, and I want to help you get results, and I want you to maintain them results. So thanks everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you have subscribed to my channel for future videos, and you can also give me a little like on Facebook and drop me a message if you're interested in starting the 4-week program or know more about it. Have a wonderful day and see you all soon.